Prince Naseem Hamed was unstoppable. 35 wins, 31 knockouts, 0 defeats. Backflips into the ring, knockouts that defied physics. Then March 7, 2001. Marco Antonio Barrera dismantled him over 12 brutal rounds. Naseem lost and vanished from boxing forever. Retired at 28. One loss destroyed a legend. Tonight, what really happened to the prince? In 1993, Naseem Hamed walked into a boxing ring in Sheffield, England. 18 years old, skinny, cocky, unknown. He knocked out Ricky Beard in 2 rounds. The beginning of something extraordinary. Over the next 8 years, Naseem destroyed everyone. 35 straight wins, 31 knockouts, 0 losses. Featherweight champion. But it wasn't just the winning. It was how he won. Naseem fought like nobody else. Hands down, chin exposed, dancing, taunting. Then boom. One punch. On lights out. I'm the greatest fighter who ever lived. Naseem declared after every fight. The arrogance was insufferable, but he backed it up. Every single time. In 1997, Kevin Kelly at Madison Square Garden. Naseem's American debut. He got knocked down 3 times, but knocked Kelly down 4 times. Won by knockout in round 4. The fight was pure chaos. Pure Naseem. A year later, Wilfredo Vazquez. Naseem knocked him out in 7 rounds. Defended his title for the 15th time. Untouchable. By 1999, Cesar Soto. Naseem toyed with him. Showboating. Mocking. Knockout in round 3. The world had never seen anything like Prince Naseem Hamed. Backflips into the ring. Entrance theatrics that cost hundreds of thousands. Flying carpets. Pharaoh costumes. Elvis impersonations. He wasn't just a fighter. He was a spectacle. Boxing is entertainment, Naseem said. I give people what they want. A show and a knockout. But beneath the flash, Naseem was special. Southpaw, unorthodox angles, power from impossible positions. His left hand was a missile. Trainers couldn't figure him out. How do you prepare for someone who breaks every rule? Brendan Ingle, his trainer, let him be different. Never tried to change his style. Just refined the madness. By 2000, Naseem was undefeated. Featherweight king, 35 wins, the biggest star in British boxing. Earning millions, living like royalty. Sheffield boy made good. But success created problems. The fame, the money, the ego. Naseem started believing his own hype. Stopped training as hard, started partying more, surrounded himself with yes men. Nobody can beat me, Naseem told reporters. I'm too fast, too powerful, or too skilled. Brendan Ingle saw it. Warned him. You're not training like a champion anymore, Ingle said. Naseem didn't listen. Fired Ingle. His trainer since childhood, the man who built him. Gone. I don't need anyone, Naseem said. I am the prince. Then came March 2001. Marco Antonio Barrera. A Mexican warrior with 52 wins and 3 losses. Technical, disciplined, everything Naseem wasn't. The fight was signed for April 7, 2001, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. I'll knock him out in 3 rounds, Naseem predicted. He's nothing, just another victim. Barrera didn't respond. Just trained quietly, obsessively. He studied Naseem's style, watched every fight, learned the patterns, found the weaknesses. While Naseem partied in Vegas, Barrera prepared. Fight night arrived. Naseem's entrance was typical. Leopard print robe. Feathers, dancing, showboating. Barrera walked to the ring simple, focused, ready. The bell rang, and everything changed. Round 1, Barrera jabbed, moved, controlled distance. Naseem tried his tricks, hands down, head movement. But Barrera was ready. Every feint, every lean, every showboat. Barrera countered clean, sharp, accurate. Round 2, Barrera landed a right hand. Naseem's head snapped back. First time in his career, he looked hurt. Round after round, Barrera broke him down. Outboxed him, outworked him, outthought him. Naseem threw wild punches, desperate combinations. Nothing landed clean. Barrera was too disciplined, too prepared, too good. By round 12, it was over. Unanimous decision. Barrera, Prince Naseem Hamed, had lost. For the first time ever. After the Barrera fight, Naseem Hamed sat in the locker room, silent, broken. For the first time in his career, he had lost. Not controversially, not by bad decision. Clearly, decisively, dominated. The world watched the invincible prince get dismantled. 12 rounds of humiliation broadcast globally. The arrogance, the showboating, the greatest ever claims. All shattered. "I'll be back," Naseem told reporters after the fight. "This changes nothing. I'm still the prince." But something had changed. Everything had changed. In May 2002, 14 months after Barrera, Naseem fought again. Manuel Calvo in London. An easy opponent, a tune-up fight. Naseem won by decision. Looked ordinary. No backflips, no showboating, no knockouts. Just a cautious, defensive performance. The fire was gone. The confidence was gone. The magic was gone. After the Calvo fight, Naseem announced his next opponent. Barrera, the rematch. "I'll prove the first fight was a fluke," Naseem said. The boxing world waited. Negotiations started. Dates were discussed. Then nothing. Weeks passed. Months passed. The rematch never materialized. Naseem pulled out, cited hand injuries. "I need surgery," he claimed. "We'll reschedule." But the rematch never happened, and Naseem never fought again. By 2003, rumors circulated. Naseem was retired. Not officially, just gone. No announcement, no press conference, no goodbye. He simply disappeared from boxing. At 28 years old, in his prime, after one loss. What happened? Fans asked. The questions multiplied. Why would an undefeated champion retire after one defeat? Other fighters lose and come back. Ali lost. Leonard lost. De La Hoya lost. They all returned, rebuilt, won again. But not Naseem. He vanished. The truth emerged slowly. Naseem couldn't handle losing. His entire identity was built on invincibility. The greatest ever. Unbeatable. Untouchable. The Barrera loss destroyed that identity. Naseem was never the same after Barrera. Brendan Ingalls said years later, that fight broke something inside him. Not his body, his mind. The humiliation was too much. Naseem had mocked opponents for years. Called them bums, nobodies, victims. Then Barrera made him look ordinary. Made him look mortal. The psychological damage was permanent. Naseem couldn't face another loss. Couldn't risk another humiliation. So he quit. But there was more. In May 2005, Naseem was involved in a serious car accident in Sheffield. Driving his McLaren Mercedes at 90 miles per hour. Crashed into another car. The other driver suffered severe injuries, broken bones. He nearly died. Naseem was charged with dangerous driving. Found guilty in 2006. Sentenced to 15 months in prison. Served 4 months. The golden boy, who once backflipped into rings, was now a convicted criminal. The fall was complete. After prison, Naseem lived quietly in Sheffield. Gained weight, ballooned to over 200 pounds. The chiseled featherweight was gone, replaced by an overweight former champion. He gave occasional interviews, always defensive. "I was never the same after Barrera," Naseem admitted in 2010. "That fight took something from me I never got back." Boxing tried to lure him back. Comeback offers, exhibition fights, big money. Naseem refused. "I'm done," he said. "That part of my life is over." In 2015, Naseem was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. 36 wins, 31 knockouts, one loss. A legendary career cut short. But the question remains, why did one loss end everything? The answer is simple. Naseem Hamed wasn't built for adversity. He was built for dominance. When dominance ended, so did he. One loss, one humiliation, one broken ego. Prince Naseem Hamed disappeared because he couldn't handle being human. The greatest show in boxing ended the night Marco Antonio Barrera proved the prince was mortal. And Naseem never recovered. One loss destroyed Prince Naseem Hamed. Not physically, mentally. He couldn't handle being mortal. 36 wins, 1 defeat, career over at 28. The most entertaining fighter in boxing disappeared because his ego couldn't survive humiliation. Which comeback would you have wanted to see most? Comment below. And subscribe for more untold stories about boxing's fallen legends. Because some champions never recover.